The holiday season is here, and Sartor Heyman is making your shopping easy. Shop our wide selection of necklaces, earrings, or bracelets to our amazing line of watches. Looking for something truly unique? Consider our estate jewelry, or even build your own custom handcrafted piece with our in-house designers. The perfect gift at the perfect price. Christmas memories start with family and Sartor Heyman.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through December 15th, enjoy thick-cut Iowa pork chops for $1.99 per pound. Boneless beef crock-pot roast for $4.99 per pound. Plus, they're now taking orders for prime rib, filet mignon, and other holiday items. And don't forget the $50 holiday box now through Christmas. Always a great gift. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the holiday sales event is now underway with unbelievably low interest rates and huge discounts on both our new and pre-owned inventory. Right now, we're offering 0% interest rates or $13,000 off select new models. These are the absolute biggest discounts of the year. You heard right, 0% interest rates or $13,000 off select new models. So please stop on in or check us out online at CoppelCars.com. All deals with approved credit, must trade, and Costco.
The Huskers are headed to the Pinstripe Bowl. Cheer on the Huskers in New York City on the official Husker Pinstripe Bowl tour offered by the Nebraska Alumni Association. Your bowl package includes a 2-night hotel stay, round-trip transportation on game day, pregame events, and more. Spots are limited, so book your spot now on the official Husker Pinstripe Bowl tour with the Nebraska Alumni Association. Go to huskerfantravel.com or call 888-831-0858. That's 888-831-0858 or huskerfantravel.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apples, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Grain. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches
college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, Lincoln, Nebraska. New hotel across the street, coming soon. It's getting closer.
Is Hampton Inn?
Think so.
Probably like a boutique Hampton Inn.
Yeah.
AG, what's up in H-Town, my man? AG's not on there yet. No, left to Raff's point. It is Tuesday, folks. It is a balmy 27 degrees here in the capital city. Here at the moment.
Yeah, 54 and partly sunny down here in Houston.
What's that?
There he is.
There you go.
54 and partly sunny.
54, partly sunny?
Yeah.
Boom. We'll take that, man. We'll take that. AG, if there's any technical difficulties, let us know. It's probably not on your end. We've been StreamYard. It's been having some issues this morning, not just with our station, but as a platform.
Gotcha.
Technical difficulties. We'll keep you
Yeah,
posted.
these studios, they get stretched to the limit. Sometimes they don't know what they want to do.
Absolutely.
I was a little upset last night, AG.
What's up?
Well, they were talking about the Batmobile, how Joe Burrow paid, I believe, $2.9 million for the Tumbler Batmobile. And
yeah,
when he played for the Patriots, had a Batmobile, the original Batmobile. And
the 1966 one or the 60 one.
Yep. And I was expecting maybe Ahman Green to make an appearance with the Batmobile. I was a little upset.
No. So I didn't get a chance to buy like one of the original ones. So I end up what I had, I made it since I was Batman, it's my car. Might as well be the Batmobile. So there you go.
Yeah. I asked him if he was going to get the Tumbler one when they said, there's only 10 of them. I sent it to him. He goes, "Oh, don't worry, I saw it." And I was like, "Are you gonna get it? And if you do, can I drive it?" And he didn't answer me back.
Nah. Well, driving it, I don't know. We gotta figure it out, man. We gotta figure it out. But actually, I went to years ago. A friend of mine years ago that lived in Florida. It was a manufacturer that was actually building them. I don't know if they built them for the movie, but they built a couple of them. And I went down. It wasn't far from my friend's house who I was visiting anyway. And he took me up to the garage where they had them, and where they had one fully built. And it was just I sat in it. That was about it. I enjoyed it, had a good time, and you know what? I got myself up out of there. So, but I do have a Lego one right behind me, right here in the sitting in my room here. You can't see it, but it's back there. Got the Tumbler one back there. Lego
so what's
set.
the Tumbler one? Which it
was a Christian Bell.
Yeah,
it looked like almost like a truck, kind of.
Oh, it looked like a tank. No, a tank.
Yeah, it looked like a tank. So
that was boop, 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 boop,
yeah,
that made that noise.
Yes,
he looked like the drift, and the front wheels
yes.
Yep.
Hey, AG. Okay, now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I got my boys for Christmas one time a remote control tumbler.
It's a Lego set cover, so it's right there. You can't see it. Well, it's black. That's why you can't see it totally.
Okay.
But it's right where my finger's at.
Well, my boys got mad at me because I wanted to play with it myself. So
man, you got back off, man.
I said, I got to make sure this is safe for y'all, man.
Well done.
So
how big was it?
Oh, dude, it was about the size of my laptop, man. And that joker would roll out. And I mean, gone. Had the nice, the wheels on it. I mean, like the rough wheels.
Oh, yeah.
I think I had more fun than they did.
Off-road wheels. Off-road wheels. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it.
Can you imagine him next year when he rolls into a game dressed up as Batman in his Tumbler?
Where is she?
Yeah. I don't know why he had to do that to his voice, but he did. I don't know. My thing is, if Christopher Nolan, being a director he either wanted it or he didn't say nothing about it when Christian was rolling with that voice.
Yeah.
He just said, yeah, man, you could just, you the guy, you Batman, I'll let you roll with that. Or he's like, I like it, stick with that. because everybody teases Batman or Christian Bale's Batman that way. They give him a hard time with that voice.
And he's got that strong accent. In
Yeah,
real
he
life.
does. I didn't
He's
realize
Aussie. He's an
where's he
Aussie.
originally from?
He's
Ireland?
Aussie. He's Australian.
Australia. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that, Chief, until he was talking in the interview 2 years later. Something I was like, whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
no,
whoa. Where's that come from?
You ain't from
Yeah.
Gotham.
Yeah.
I'm from a land down under, mate. I'm from a land down under.
Hey, the Australians and the English. They're
British.
doing
Yeah.
their American accents.
How much you want to get a spot of tea, governor?
Exactly.
There you go.
and then they come to Hollywood and
I
they're
love
playing
it.
like some rough and tumble cowboy with an American accent. You're just
Yeah,
like,
or Superman,
or
for that
Superman.
matter,
or Wolverine.
or Wolverine. No,
He's Australian.
Yeah, he's Australian. Yeah,
Yeah, he's also a
Aussie.
big musical guy.
Yeah, he did the great what's
Greatest
the one
Showman.
movie? Greatest Showman. The Greatest Showman. Yeah.
I've never
drank
seen that.
champagne with
Oh,
Kings.
watch. It's a good movie.
Knew my name.
I'm pretty sure he got started on like Broadway.
Was that in the movie that's on your?
He might have got started on Broadway. He almost won an Oscar. He almost won he was nominated for an Oscar for that role.
Yeah,
Oh, can we ask you guys
that's a
this?
great
The
movie.
Greatest Showman, is it a musical though?
Yes.
You'll-
It's
you'll-
100%
you'll-
musical.
I mean, it'll be a good thing going on.
But it's a
now.
good
I
good
thought so too, but it's really
Okay.
good.
it's
the
worth
show.
it. 80 is worth it. It's a
All right.
musical, but
Yeah.
the acting is well because Gene Hackman, like he knocks it out. If you when he has range, obviously, as they say in the acting world, being from he could do comic book characters, he could do a funny character, and he could be something like that Showman movie where he was a circus ringleader, basically, and then singing all the time, but then acting as well is fantastic. So
Okay.
doesn't get any better than that.
That Zendaya lady and the trapeze artist. She's
Yes. Yep.
You said don't tell Tracy. Well, you just did on
keep
air.
that on the DL.
I
Don't
said-
tell Tracy.
Got it.
Oh
Well,
Lord,
this is
yeah, don't
what
get beat up,
Scott
Raff.
Thinking the movie star is attractive, man.
Yeah,
Tracy's
that's one
not prettier.
with my movie watching.
She doesn't why she always has to wear the trapeze artist outfit though.
My movie watching criteria.
Raff
when
the role play. Whoa.
right when an actor can pull off. Oh Lord, what's going on? I missed that one.
Hey, Ahman. Hey.
Yeah, what's up, Rico?
I'm gonna mute them for a second. We've gone too far on that side of the table.
I know they then
Going on.
fell off the table now.
Yeah.
What I was saying
Yeah,
was
you've gone
Rico,
too far.
Rico, you know
Toss
this.
you out of your high chair
We'll
right
be,
now.
we'll be home playing Call of Duty.
Guys, Ahman is trying to talk.
Oh, sorry.
It's nothing big. I'm just saying, like for my movie like expertise, when an actor can do a comic book movie and then do something like The Greatest Showman, they have range. Because back in the late 80s, early 90s, comic book movies were like not the thing for actors, because if you did a comic book movie, it was like going to Green Bay in the 80s. Like your career was over when you did a comic book. Now comic book movies are the thing. Marvel did that. When they did, they put their foot in it when they did all 22 plus movies for the Infinity Saga, and then now they're in phase 6 or 7 right now. They made comic book movies a career jump starter. Even the guy who plays Vision, his career was basically dead. And then once he got the role of Vision for 4 or 5 movies, and now the rest of the story, it became Scarlet Witch's husband. That actor himself, his career just restarted basically.
Have you seen it, Rico?
What?
Greatest Showman?
Yeah, it's really good.
How long is it?
A couple hours.
Probably.
All right, I'm gonna check it out.
Look, I'm not a big musical guy either.
Mhm.
I like that one,
It's
and I
It's
like
worth
the song.
it.
All right.
The songs
I
are
didn't.
good.
When it was in the movie theater, I was like, nope, not going musical. Then one night it was on. I'm like, I'll watch it, and I was like,
All right.
whoa, this is pretty good.
I'm gonna check it out.
And then, AG, have you seen the new Christopher Reeve biography or whatever? The
I seen where it's
the
on. I haven't seen it
documentary.
yet.
Oh, that's
Bits and pieces of it. Bits and pieces. I haven't watched it in its entirety, but I've seen like the beginning of it, and then I think we end up having to leave the house or something. But yeah, I've seen parts of it, and that's interesting too. Seeing it's always good. It's always interesting to see. I love that's why I stick to getting the disc or the DVD or the VHS, because then you watch behind the scenes stuff, and you see what the actors. Inspiration, the writers, and whatever. Funny note, funny things behind the scenes, like locker room stuff. It's like, oh, okay, that was going on then. Interesting. So,
Plus, I mean, Zac Efron and Hugh Jackman look pretty good. So
does Zendaya.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we got a
Watch
great
your back,
show for
Raff.
you today. Watch him out. Hey, AG gonna pull up in the Batmobile.
Hey, nah, yeah, it's gonna be the missus. Oh Lord, have mercy.
He says it like 5 times.
Well, guys, real quick on the text line. Hey, Ron, good morning. He goes, he didn't kill anybody in The Greatest Showman.
Nah.
Eric, what's up, man? He goes, do you believe that Rashawn didn't know why you yelled Peter? We're gonna talk about Peter in a second because someone really good last night. Comfortably off the rails, of course, man. You know how we do it, E. Folks, we can't wait to roll back with you. We got a lot of NFL breakdown, recap from the past weekends, and last night's absolute debacle at AT&T Stadium there in Dallas.
Not the
real quick, Troy Lincoln, absolutely. Troy Lincoln says, can you guys give a shout out to the Lincoln Fire and Rescue for always being, oh my goodness, Eric, was that this morning, Travis?
Good Lord. That's a
man.
car.
Let us know where that's at, Travis.
Our guy
Troy,
Dan,
I'm sorry, Troy and Lincoln.
Our guy Danny out there patrolling the roads.
It looks like it's on. I can't even.
Vine and
looks like it's 27th and Vine, possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's it.
Let us know where that's at, Troy. Hopefully you're okay, and hopefully everybody else is okay. But that does not look good. AG, if you check that on the text line, you could see that.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, hope everybody's safe.
Good. Folks, we'll be right back. Driving NFL. It's The Drive.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Yeah. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? That feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11th, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios on O Street.
There's only one place this holiday season to shop for the sports fan in your life and get cash back for slightly used sports items you don't need anymore. Play It Again Sports. Check out their selection of new and used items, including home fitness equipment like treadmills, exercise bikes, and ellipticals. And get your lift with free weights, benches, and racks to add to your home gym. And don't forget, if you have anything slightly used to trade in, they'll give you instant cash. Holiday shopping starts and ends at Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Wellman Plumbing at 402-434-2400 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-434-2400.
The holiday season is here, and Sartor Heyman is making your shopping easy. Shop our wide selection of necklaces, earrings, or bracelets to our amazing line of watches. Looking for something truly unique? Consider our estate jewelry, or even build your own custom handcrafted piece with our in-house designers. The perfect gift at the perfect price. Christmas memories start with family and Sartor Heyman.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, partly sunny and breezy. However, light snow showers possible this afternoon. We'll see a high around 42. Tonight, a chance of snow early, then probably cloudy, and a low around 20. And tomorrow, we'll see sunny skies and an afternoon high around 30. I'm meteorologist Kyle Cluck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Huskers are headed to the Pinstripe Bowl. Cheer on the Huskers in New York City on the official Husker Pinstripe Bowl tour offered by the Nebraska Alumni Association. Your bowl package includes a 2-night hotel stay, round-trip transportation on game day, pregame events, and more. Spots are limited, so book your spot now on the official Husker Pinstripe Bowl tour with the Nebraska Alumni Association. Go to huskerfantravel.com or call 888-831-0858. That's 888-831-0858 or huskerfantravel.com. Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through December 15th, enjoy thick-cut Iowa pork chops for $1.99 per pound. Boneless beef crock-pot roast for $4.99 per pound. Plus, they're now taking orders for prime rib, filet mignon, and other holiday items. And don't forget the $50 holiday box now through Christmas. Always a great gift. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, making our way through the week. T-minus, 18 days until the bowl game, the Gotham Bowl.
Gotham Bowl.
We do. And before we even hop on the Gotham Bowl, I want to switch it up real quick, Raff, because I put that in there. But
make the change.
Yeah, to the NFL, real quick, Raff, kind of a recap of the games that took place over on Sunday. Kind of recap those. Chiefs, of course, get a doink. The doink win. AG, little quick comment on that, man, real fast. You know, the doink, when my neighbor Eric Fuentes is a major, he's been a Chiefs season ticket holder for years. I don't even know how long, but years and years and years. So
right.
My Steelers flag flying, he'll have his Chiefs flag flying. But he texted me from the game. He goes, how lucky can you get at 12-1? He goes, we won by a doink. I said, bro, but you won. AG in basketball, they call it the shooter's bounce.
Yes.
Okay, your bad shot goes in. Do you think KC's just kind of got that shooter's bounce right now?
When I look at how they're winning, I'm like, I've just looking at them and thinking about other teams from the past that have been like close to like not losing. Basically, they only lost one game. You look at the 72-10 Chicago Bulls back in the day to even the Packers after they won the Super Bowl in 2010 and 2011, they went 15-1. And so just interesting. And so what I understand is the fact that because we were there, we were 12-0 and 13-0, and so you get to a point where it's almost on cruise control to a point, but you still have to be aware, and that awareness for them is, I think, it's kind of, it may be at its thin, it's very thin in terms of their sense of urgency and knowing the effort they know the effort to win and get to the Super Bowl and win because they've done it several times. So that part right there is what is probably wavering back and forth. They're probably like, I know in their heads, they're like, you know what, let's get to the playoffs. Let's just get to the playoffs because, holding this trying to stay undefeated. And it's not an effort. It's just like everybody's going to give them their best game, as they should, because they are the team that you need to dethrone to say, okay, now we got a shot. We beat this team because this team has been the ruler of the party, right? Every year since for about 5-6 years, or since Pat Mahomes got on the helm along with Andy Reid, and they've been rolling. And so if we can knock them off at any time of the year, then that's saying something about our team. So it's going to take them, so right now, just hoping, for them, if they lose, you know what, that might be a relief. And then I say that's going to make it scary, because then they'll be like, you know what, okay, we just got to remind people of who we are, basically. So it's just interesting how it's going to play out. It's like watching a good movie. It's like, man, are they going to win, or are they going to lose the next one? Right. But the referees and all that, I know I see fans on Instagram and X, and there's the referees, and there's something they always putting in that. I'm like, look, hey, Michael Jordan got the call sometimes. It's hard to fight against that. Just got to go with it.
It is.
It's Chiefs devil magic.
I'll say this about the Chiefs, though. They have the one guy that can win any game, win the Super. I mean, take nothing away from Patrick Mahomes. He's amazing, and he'll always put the Chiefs in contention. However, if the Chiefs don't protect Patrick Mahomes better, it's hard to win the Super Bowl without staying on the field. And and he's getting to that point where he's taking a lot of hits.
We were talking about that last night, AG, Enrico, with Mahomes. He took the most hits I'd seen him take in a long time the other night, man.
Yeah,
he took a lot of hits. Skip on that real fast. I just want to get through these fairly quickly during the segments. I want to get all of them. 49ers obviously take down the downtrodden Bears 38-13. The Rams, now AG, like you mentioned, the team that humbled the Chiefs was the Buffalo Bills, and they got humbled themselves by losing in a shootout 44-42 against the Rams. Josh Allen became the first player in NFL history to have 3 passing touchdowns and to have 3 rushing touchdowns in a single game. They fall 44-42 to the Rams. The Cardinals take a beat down against the Seahawks, AG's former team, 30-18. The Dolphins stay alive by beating down the Jets, who are just abysmal right now, 32-26. The Eagles, and there's a lot of whispers in Philly right now. There's some word that AJ Brown,
weird in Philly.
that AJ Brown and that Jalen Hurts are beefing. I want them to keep beefing because we play them on Sunday. I hope they just get in a fight.
Anytime you can pull back Terrell Owens and Donovan McNabb back into the conversation,
And
you've done something special.
this is not the first time with AJ Brown, him being, and that's why I agree with you, Raff. It's a wide receiver thing, man. These wide receivers, man, they got to get as my mom and dad said, they got to get knocked down from orbiting their planet. It's like, no, come back to Earth, bro. Like, you a team player. You're a good receiver, but don't start being, woe is me. I don't get the ball. Get open.
Right.
Catch the ball.
Right.
That's it. That's your job. Just like my job is to take the ball and run up the middle and run outside and hold on to the ball. That's it.
Yeah.
AG and Rico, I want Rico tap on us, and AJ, I want you to real quickly. So I want to get through these.
Yep.
Do you think sometimes receivers forget everything a quarterback is actually going through in a matter of like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and that ball better be gone?
Oh no, I think the receivers know exactly what the quarterback.
Yeah, they know exactly.
They just say, look, I'm open, just throw it. Like, it's one of those things where they're saying, I can just throw it up and I will do the rest of it. It's that confidence, that cockiness that every receiver has. Yeah. Whether they show it on the field or out to people, they all have it. Like so for them, it's just having that confidence to say, look, I don't care how much pressure you're under. Once you get that snap, take your 2 steps, whatever, throw it up. I will get it. Put it in my vicinity and I will catch it.
I'll go get it.
It's like the chat out, like, I'm always open. I'm in a phone booth, I'm open. Like one of those things.
And if you're Jamar Chase, you wear your 7-Eleven shirt.
That's what I was going to tell the AG. Jamar Chase has a 7-Eleven shirt. AG, and you don't have to mention any names, but real quickly, did you ever play with any receivers that just was always like, hey, I'm open?
All the time. Yeah, all the time. I like you said, it's a confidence and a cocky thing. And I think the best ones don't go into the cocky area. The best receivers that have caught amazing catches or have a ton of yards, they walk that confidence, cocky line, and they stay more on the confidence side because they know what the quarterback's going through. They know between the rush and defensive coordinators and the players disguising defenses or cheating zones, cheating man-to-man, grabbing the receiver and all that stuff, they know. And so the ones that do the best job all the time is the guys that stay in the confidence area and just be a team player and help them player out and make the catches when the ball is there.
This was one of my favorite quotes. I don't know who I heard it from, but I used it all the time in high school because I was just a dumb kid. I'm not cocky. I'm confident because being cocky is a flaw, and I have none.
Yeah, that very statement
That's
itself.
a good statement. I've heard that one before, Rico. Good job. Good job, Rico.
Johnson, throw me the blank ball.
No, I heard that in high school, and I would use it all the time. And I was just like, and now thinking back, and I go, man, I was a Dean
That's a good
Blandino.
one. I think it was maybe a football player, maybe a basketball player. One of the two.
I don't know.
Well, I'll never forget this before I go to the next score here. I was at a Old Country Buffet. What's a Cracker Barrel? I was down in Tyler, Texas. I was telling Big Will Washington, former Nebraska tight end, this. I was in a Cracker Barrel, and I seen a Texas T-shirt that says, "We're not arrogant, we're that good." I'm like, that is fitting for Texas for sure. Yeah, for sure. Well, the Buccaneers nick out of the lowly Raiders, and the Raiders also lose the second string quarterback.
That was a pirate game right there.
Yeah,
He
might be back
It
next
was
week.
only a bone bruise, so there's a chance he could play.
Acom, you do a big shout out to Acom. He's saying that the backup could play next week.
Aiden O'Connell.
Possibly.
For the Raiders?
Yeah.
From Purdue, right? The quarterback from Purdue.
Yeah.
Yep.
They don't want to get Desmond Ritter in there.
Oh, gotcha.
I think the Raiders right now are
they struggling. I wonder.
scores.
Oh man, they having a rough go at it.
They're having a rough AG. Jaguars and Titans, two very bad teams right now. The Jaguars, I was looking at the audience, not a lot of people at that game. Jaguars take out the Titans 10-6. The Saints in another very bad game. The Giants, a 2-win Giants team, lose 14-11 to the New Orleans
One
Saints.
touchdown in that Jags-Titans game, just to notice. All field goals after that.
Awful. The highlights were even bad.
But it's been football games this season when it's been all field goals or majority field goals or something like that.
Yeah.
All field goals.
It was bad. And then Kirk Cousins returned back to the Dome. The Vikings did not go well. 42-21. They get a butt whooping. The game I want to talk about right now before we go to break, I want to get into guys. AG, Raff, Rico. Rico, why don't you go first? Like I said, I want to go through this quickly so we can stay on schedule today because we got a lot to discuss.
Hit me.
Does Jerry Jones keep McCarthy?
No. Depending on how this season ends, depending on what he can do without Dak Prescott, I don't really know what their plan is, whether they want to tank or if they want to win. The problem is if they want to tank, then they might end up getting rid of him because then you get a new coach in there, gets to draft his own quarterback because that's probably the position they're gonna go with. And then you give him however much time. Don't be like the Panthers and give your head coach 1 year with the quarterback that he drafted. But I don't really see McCarthy staying there if they decide to tank. If they decide to keep winning or at least try to win some more games, maybe they'll give him another year with a new quarterback. But really, the person who's definitely out is Dak Prescott.
AG, which Jerry Jones historically does not fire during the season. Historically,
no.
But AG last night was just deplorable on so many angles. If you don't see him staying there, just throw a few names. I'm not even going to go that way. Not throw names. Who do you see being out? Because the one you're talking about, Dak Prescott, the guy I see getting out of there is the linebacker number 11,
Micah
Parsons.
Didn't he just
Why
sign?
Parsons?
He just signed in there, but I'm just saying he wants out of there so bad. But it's like, dude, it's too late. You can't leave.
You're stuck now.
You're stuck.
Okay.
How fun.
Well,
AG,
I mean, go ahead.
Go ahead, brother.
No, I'm just saying it. Well, I'll say this. I mean, no, he hasn't fired during the season in terms of Jerry Jones. He'll definitely let it go let the season run out. Talk with his team. He has a good business team there. Hopefully, you get him in the right direction in terms of where to go. But we don't know. I mean, it could go either way. The players, the people that are on the slate, like the chopping block, they have reasons of getting cut, unfortunately. From McCarthy to Dak. Dak is injured right now, so I see him not going anywhere because he has to heal up. I mean, if they cut him during it being injury, then that's going to be probably more compensation towards the player, towards him. It won't be a bad thing. He wins, and he's always got leverage since he broke his ankle and then got him back and earned his contract. He's going to always have a leverage over the Cowboys. So for Dak, it's like, yeah, go ahead, cut me. You still got to pay me. So really, the person who there's no win. And then when you talk about there's no winners and losers because you still got somebody that's going to leave a team and got to restart somewhere else. And then you got, when you look at the whole totality of this, you talking about family and all of this stuff. So I say right now, if Mike McCarthy does not continue to win the rest of the season, it'll be easier for Jerry Jones to move forward from him. If he then gets his team working in the same way, you got 4 or 5 games left, then it'll be a harder decision to make. But yeah, if they'll continue to lose in the fashion like they lost last night, then it'll be an easy decision. But then the hard part is going to find out who's going to come in and work with Jerry Jones again, as a head coach, because that, as we know from the history, from his old roommate at Arkansas, Jimmy Johnson was there coaching, won 2 Super Bowls and then bounced. And because he's like, hey, you still the same guy I roomed with and wherever, down in Little Rock. So I had to go. And so that's what the cards on the table are reading right now.
Raff, you look at real quick before I ask you this. Pete Ferguson, what's up, Pete? He goes, hell no, McCarthy must go. I'm still waving the star flag, Cowboy for life, but yesterday was a mess. Yeah, it was bad yesterday, Pete. With all seriousness, that was unacceptable the way we lose last night. Raff, you look at this, I'm going to give you this. 6 losses at home. That's their most since 2015.
Yep.
7 straight
Undefeated
games.
last year.
Yes, 7 straight games allowing 20 points. That's the longest active streak.
Yep.
17 turnovers, the most in the NFL.
Hello.
Raff, where do you even go from here if you're Dallas the rest of the season? How do you even salvage the rest of the season? You could see Micah Parsons walking off the field before the game got over. Had tears in his eyes because one of his buddies got hurt. You have your franchise quarterback that's hurt. You have CeeDee Lamb said somebody help. He has his hands out in the air like this after the game. There is absolute chaos and discord in that locker room. How do you salvage it, Raff? Or do you just let it run amok?
I don't think you do. I think this season's over for them right now. I think if you are the Raiders or the Giants, you stand the best opportunity to get an insane amount of draft capital from the Cowboys, because I really think that Jerry Jones will go all in to try and get Shedeur Sanders and try to bring primetime to Dallas.
Do you guys think primetime would go to Dallas as a coach?
No.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know. I've seen crazier things, so I'm on the fence on that one. So I'm not a fortune teller.
AG, I see where you're coming from, Rico, but Raff and AG, I see it. Nothing. Hell, did we think Bill Belichick was going to be coaching college football with a 24-year-old?
Hey, I'm gonna definitely reach out to Bill people. I want to be his translator to the young kids today, because I don't know if he can speak millennial.
Yeah, you don't know what.
I hope he can.
He's got a 20-year-old girlfriend.
Here's what I'm saying.
True facts. Yeah, you got me there, Rico. Rico, you got me there. Yeah.
I would not be surprised. AG,
I forgot about that.
I would not be surprised by any of this.
94, Jerry Jones. Dion is playing for the 49ers.
Yep.
Cowboys they have to go get Dion to win the Super Bowl.
And they
went
and
got him. And I think it'll be kind of the same scenario right now.
But that was a long time ago, though.
Yeah, AG, I don't think
he's still living a long time ago, because he's definitely not in the future.
None of this would surprise me, man. I mean, I'm with you, AG. If it happens, I wouldn't be shocked.
Nope.
Yeah, I've seen crazier things happen in this day and age. So
you got that right. Yep. You got that right. Folks, when we come back, you know what, Cheeseburger? I love that quote. He goes, still in this quote, but Nebraska sport needs to adopt a new photo. Nobody cares. Work harder.
There you go.
Does Pete Ferguson have a lifetime contract with Cowboys?
He's got a lifetime of misery with the Cowboys, is what he's had. And unfortunately, after the 90s, as far as that goes, it ain't been good, man.
Poor guy.
It's been tough. But you know what, Pete? One thing about Pete, man, he don't care. He rolls. And that's the kind of fan I like.
That's the fan that has to be. That's the fan you got to love.
That's right.
All in.
That's right.
You got to be all in, win or lose, man. I don't care when you have a terrible 10 years or whatever. You got to roll with your squad.
Roll with Believe me, I get it as a Steelers fan.
What about if the athletic director and president fire the head coach? Do you roll with them? No,
just wondering. Where are you going, Raff? What street you're walking down? You walking around that street that says, I don't know where I'm going. That's what you mean. That's the street you're walking down right now, Raff.
It's the drive. 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back with Mystery.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through December 15th, enjoy thick-cut Iowa pork chops for $1.99 per pound. Boneless beef crock pot roast for $4.99 per pound. Plus, they're now taking orders for prime rib, filet mignon, and other holiday items. And don't forget the $50 holiday box now through Christmas. Always a great gift. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hello, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, it's been a while since we talked. Hey, what's the latest news at Honda of Lincoln?
It has been a while, Charlie. I hope you're doing well. Happy Honda Days is in full swing, and we have over 200 new Hondas in stock right now, ready for our customers to drive home.
Wow, that's the most you've had in a long time.
It is, Charlie. And we have great lease offers and financing from just 0.9% APR.
Hey, Andy, let me tell them about the pre-owned. They have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, with financing from 3.9% APR available. Incredible deals on new and used during Happy Honda Days, or if you need tires on your current vehicle, Honda of Lincoln is your best choice. Maybe it's time you experience the best. The Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
The Huskers are headed to the Pinstripe Bowl. Cheer on the Huskers in New York City on the official Husker Pinstripe Bowl tour offered by the Nebraska Alumni Association. Your bowl package includes a 2-night hotel stay, round-trip transportation on game day, pregame events, and more. Spots are limited, so book your spot now on the official Husker Pinstripe Bowl tour with the Nebraska Alumni Association. Go to huskerfantravel.com or call 888-831-0858. That's 888-831-0858 or huskerfantravel.com.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Dreaming of a green Christmas this year? Make it a reality with Acres. We're offering 0% for 60 months financing on most new John Deere compact tractors, Gator UTVs, and mowers. From moving snow to landscaping the perfect yard, John Deere equipment turns chores into child's play. Visit your local Acres store to start shopping today. Act now. These incentives expire December 31st, 2024. Financing requirements approved credit with John Deere Financial. Some restrictions may apply.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com, because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Slay the holidays this year with a gift that'll really get them going. One that's built to win, like the new Honda CRF-R Motocrosser. One that's built for fun, like a Honda Mini Moto. Or one for each member of the family, like a Honda CRF Trail Bike. At Rod's Power Sports, you'll find the motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side they'll love. During the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, you can slay the streets in style with a Grom Mini Moto, slay the trails with the CRF 50F, or pile into a Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew that can carry 6 elves over the fields and through the woods all year long. This year, don't just give any gift. Give the gift of outdoor adventure with a ride they'll never forget. Don't miss out. Head to Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln, Nebraska during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. It's your chance to slay the holidays and your gift list. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program and safety details.
Make Hog Wild the centerpiece of your holiday meal. Pre-order a 4-pound boneless ham for $50, a 12-pound whole smoked turkey, or a 4-pound turkey breast for $55. A complete meal includes your choice of a whole turkey or turkey breast, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, green beans or corn, and a dozen rolls for $130. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com soon. Quantities are limited. All weights are approximate before cooking. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Grain. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East Sports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket, proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance, you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hall and his team a call at 840-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Quick on the text line, 8276. What's up? He goes, remember Bob Devaney's first Bowls back in New York in 1962? Absolutely. A no texter. And he's not the Roonies. No, he is not. The Roonies, boy, they will not spin. Real quick, thanks for calling in. Texting in. Big B, he goes, Kingsbury is a much better, is much for a head coach than Prime. True. But you know what? I'll say this, Big B. He suits, and I'll put this on the Husker Rick as well. Dion says too big of an big ego to turn it down. But you'd be going with a guy, the owner, who has the biggest ego of owner in sports, probably, in Jerry Jones. So
it's what the Cowboys need.
They might be a fit.
Cowboys need Dion.
Is that too much ego or not enough ego?
It's Dallas.
It's Dallas.
Do you need somebody to match Jerry Jones's ego? Is that why everything has gone wrong so far?
Possibly.
AG, let me put it to you. I would say this: the last coach they had that would stand up to him was Bill Parcells.
Yep. That's it. You just need a coach that can stand up to him. You don't need any coach to have an ego like him. You just got to have a coach to say, hey, man, I got this. Like, okay, handle that over there. Like Bill Parcells be like, hey, hold up.
Mm-hmm.
Go, you handle that stuff. I got my guys in the locker room. I got my coaches and my players.
Yep.
I'll do that. I haven't coached before, but
if somehow he returns to Dallas, can you imagine the new Nike commercials?
Awesome.
Remember when he first
They're going to be awesome. They're going to be amazing.
Prime.
He's in the production crew of Nike already. He's on it. Yeah, it'll be awesome. He got him. It's him and the kids. Oh man, they gonna be in there, name and all type of stuff. Be gonna be Fortnite up in that piece. It's gonna be all type of stuff going on.
AG, speaking of Prime and all that, do you have your Prime shades? Did you get a pair?
No, I can't do no shades like that. That's not my style. That's not my style. You see, I mean, I roll with something like this. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
I can't do that. That's just not my style. That's his style. He looks good in it. I'm not.
They look pretty cool. I would buy
They
them,
look
but,
cool.
I'm not gonna spend that much on sunglasses, but
Now maybe if you put a bat symbol on it or something like that, you might get me to jump off the edge. Yeah, just like Fortnite, they got me to buy Snoop Dogg a couple weeks ago when I was playing online with one of my friend's kids. So there you go.
I just downloaded Fortnite.
Hey, when you put Snoop Dogg in anything, you're gonna get me to buy it.
Snoop Dogg, Batman, got it.
Are you going to the bowl game?
Snoop Dogg and Batman. Hey, if it wasn't for the fact it was the same day as our bowl game, I would have went. I would have went to Tucson. If it was another day or week, I would have been in Arizona at the Snoop Dogg Bowl. I don't know. It just oh my god.
You ain't lying.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Real quick, y'all, for the announcements we have for history. First of you from Beatrice Bakery Holiday Giveaway. This holiday season, we are partnering with Beatrice Bakery for some holiday cake giving. Tune in to your favorite 9.7 ticket shows all holiday season and nominate people or organizations that you believe are in need of some delicious cakes, courtesy of Beatrice Bakery. From Grandma's Fruit Cake, Chocolate Rum, Strawberry Daiquiri, and much more, Beatrice Bakery and 93.7 The Ticket want to gift the world of yum to the most deserving people in Lincoln. Head to BeatriceBakery.com to view their selection, get some cakes for your holiday to get together. Send us a text with a person you are nominating and a few sentences saying why to our Sauter Heyman text line at 402-464-5685 or an email to info@theticket.com. All cakes must be picked up at the Ticket Studios, 1040 O Street in downtown Lincoln with the 2 days of winning. Also, folks, everyone's heard about testosterone replacement therapy, but how do you know who to trust? Ageless Men's Health is the nation's leader in testosterone and weight loss. No upselling, no unnecessary supplements, just real solutions. With a team of registered nurses and nurse practitioners, they look at your whole health and create a playbook you'll understand. They use the best products, including HCG, to keep your body safe, protect your fertility. This is the best team in the game, and they're ready to earn your trust. Google Ageless Men's Health Lincoln and check out their 175 plus 5-star reviews. In today's history, we're talking about Heisman trophies because that is this Saturday in New York City. Lamar Jackson in 2016 was the 82nd Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville. He was just 19 years old, the youngest to ever win the Heisman. Young Lamar Jackson was just 19 years old, and he is still giving us thrills like crazy on the gridiron as far as that goes.
Hey, Lamar was a problem at Louisville.
Oh, dude, he was ridiculous.
He's a cheat code, as they say. Cheat
He
code.
was absolutely ridiculous out there.
Would you take Michael Vick or Lamar Jackson in college?
Oh, that's so hard right there. That's so diabolical, Raff, right there. That is so bad. That's like Jordan or Bird or Magic Johnson, man. That's
text line. Who would you take? Would you take Lamar or would you take Michael Vick?
I think Michael Vick may be a tad bit faster than Lamar, maybe, but don't quote me.
In college,
huh?
Who was the better thrower in college?
Even that to me,
I would say maybe. You didn't see Michael throw a whole lot, but he had a strike. He could throw a dot.
I know he's got like the
and it was pretty when he did it because it was left-handed.
He was left-handed, man. The lefties don't get no prettier than that, y'all.
Yeah, it just looks better. But the deep ball accuracy and power from Michael Vick is definitely there.
Yeah, I would say Michael Vick had the prettiest throw. That's the only thing I could say over Lamar. Would it be
wrong if I said Michael Vick probably straight line speed faster than Lamar?
Oh,
Lamar,
yes. His acceleration.
Yeah, but Lamar is shiftier.
It's what?
Shiftier.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that. Lamar in a as they say, in a phone booth. Like he done that one. He actually went back in the day on him a couple of weeks ago where he stopped on the goal line on the 1 yard and then let the guy go past him as he walked into the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, when you pull a juke move like that twice in a career, it's like, man, guys ain't paying attention. You got to pay attention when you tackle somebody. Be like, hey, man, this dude could stop at any moment, put on the brakes, and then walk past you. You don't want that. You don't want to be that dude flying by, be that wolf. Oh, there we go. You okay? You landed on your shoulder. You good? You know?
Well, the finalists, Raff, before you go to yours and AG as well, the Heisman finalists, Dylan Gabriel out of Oregon, Ashton Jeanty out of Boise, and Travis Hunter, of course, out of Colorado, and Cam Ward, the quarterback out of Miami. The finalists for Saturday's Heisman Trophy presentation. Raff, what do you got, my man?
I got two Heismans too. On this day in 1994, 30 years ago, Rashaan Salam, running back, Colorado.
The late Rashaan Salam, God rest his soul.
And then on this day, 23 years ago, from Nebraska, quarterback, number 7, Eric Crouch. 23 years ago today.
Easy.
Eric Crouch.
I love it. Hey, G, what do you got, my man?
Man, I got a fun game for you here that 4 years ago, it was supposed to be the next best RPG action game ever. But something happened in the world called COVID and shut production down. And Enrico, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know the game.
Dig Dug.
No, not Dig Dug, Raff. I'm talking about 4 years ago. Dig Dug came out 34 years ago. Rico,
Dig Dug came out 400 years ago.
You know what I'm hitting on, Rico?
I believe so, but I'm gonna let you say it.
Cyberpunk 2077. Had my man Keanu Reeves as a voice of one of the characters in the game, and it was supposed to be this big. It's still a great game. They was able to fix it with all the patches and all the bugs.
So many bugs when it first.
So many bugs because of COVID. Because when COVID hit, a lot of the employees that were still working on the game had to get separated. So then this was the first time in video game history where a game was being made and the production of people making the game were virtual. So that means they can only talk through Zoom and Teams and stuff like that to put a video game together. And we found out real quick that, that doesn't work because I had a mission that I was supposed to get my bag of money at finishing the mission. And I went to the waypoint in the middle of the street and could never get paid because it just stopped on that waypoint. And I went under the underground. It's a part of it where you could go underground to try to find. I went the underground to find out if my money was hiding in a manhole or something, and still couldn't get it. So
it was a mess. It was one of the more highly anticipated games that was coming out, and COVID just kind of ruined that one for them. But yeah, they fixed it up since then, and I never played it, but I've watched people play it.
It looks great. It looks
like
great.
A really fun game.
It looks great now. So I will say it's just like last year when Aaron Rodgers got free agent to the Jets, and then the first play of the game he popped his Achilles. That's basically how it went down. It's like, oh man.
Except it had a better comeback than Aaron Rodgers has.
Facts.
So
that's true.
AG, how much do like you said Keanu Reeves did the voice? What kind of money do they get? Like a part of the
They're getting paid movie money. He getting paid just the voiceover $20 million for that video game.
Well, he also did like the mocap and the
motion capture, mocap and everything. Yeah, we're working in the wrong job.
Look into voiceover acting.
Hey, they get paid just as well as the on-screen actors.
I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get like that, but
I'll say, just as popular because people recognize voices. Like, the anime. You know this with anime, Rico.
Yes.
You recognize anime voiceover actors real fast. You like, oh, that's so-and-so. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, God dang.
That person plays this person, this person, this person, this person. They have so many voice roles. And they all just they just do it from their houses. Like they don't have to go anywhere. They just have their recording studio in their house in some closet. All some of them, when you get big money, you have a whole room dedicated to it. And you just record it, you send it out, there you go. Bob's your uncle.
Boom.
Well, as we segue out of history into regular Husker news as well, you guys, this was not even Husker, but just getting in the transfer portal. A big announcement on 3 just reported South Carolina edge Dylan Stewart agreed to a new deal. He's a true freshman. Just finished up his freshman deal.
New deal.
Received between $1.1 million and $1.5 million to stay in South Carolina.
Awesome.
He just finished his freshman year. Expected to receive $1 to $1.5 million. Reported by On3 just 3 minutes ago. That's the money that is out there that is going around, and it is a lot.
Oh my God.
He was a beast this year for South Carolina, but that is a lot of money. True freshman got 20 tackles, 9.5 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 48 generated pressures.
He earned it.
For his Pro Football Focus was 21 more than the next true freshman pass rusher.
He earned it.
Well, but that's
$1.1 million to $1.5 million. That I'm going to preface it this way, you guys. We'll preface it this way before we hop into little Raiola talk here in a second with other portal news. Raff, you remember this. Enrico, you maybe remember this as well. AG, my son Keenan, my middle son, is a very gifted artist, and he did these pictures of Coach Osborne, drew them up. Had Coach Osborne sign a few of those to signify that, to make it official, if you would. This is 3 years ago, right before it was announced NIL was going to come to fruition. We're sitting in Coach Osborne's office, and we get on the talk of NIL and transfer portal, et cetera. And I said, Coach, what do you think this is going to do to college sports? He said, it's going to absolutely be chaos. It is absolutely going to be chaos.
He was right.
And he goes, think about what it'll do just in the locker room alone. You got this center or this guy over here, this guard or tackle that's maybe making, $10,000 or $15,000 or $20,000. But you got a guy next to you, or you got your snapper to whoever it may be, and singly position out. He goes, yeah, you got that guy that's making $800,000 a year. And he goes, when there's problems on the field, he goes, it just brings an element to the locker room we never thought would be in a collegiate locker room. And you see where that's now. It's there now. Absolutely, it is there now.
Can I say something real quick?
Absolutely.
There is more transfer portal news that might be something that Nebraska fans might want to keep their eye on.
Please share.
Williams Nowierny. Remember that defensive end that Nebraska was recruiting out of the state of Missouri last year? Poured a lot of time into him. He ended up committing to Missouri. He is now in the transfer portal. Do you want to take a guess at who his high school coach was?
Philip Simpson.
Was it the guy we have here, Mosey?
Yep.
Oh, connections.
Oh, there we go.
Whose son is who's also committed here, that flipped from Oregon and came here. His dad is now a coach here, Mosey.
Yep.
Isaiah.
Nebraska poured a lot of effort, a lot of time into recruiting Williams Nowierny, and he spends 1 year, not even a full year, because he's not going to play in the bowl game. He's entering the transfer portal. Spends a part of a year at Missouri, is now entering the portal. I mean, Nebraska did just lose Princewell Uman-Mielen to the transfer portal. They're trying to rebuild a defense that's been losing a bunch of pieces after you lose Tony White and you lose Pot Roast. So
Knighton, Terrence Knighton.
Terrence Knighton, you're looking for some more defensive help. Now you got a freshman who was I believe a 5-star plus on 3. Enters the portal, has connections to a current Nebraska coach, has connections to a Nebraska signee. Him and Dylan Raiola seemed to talk quite a bit during the whole recruiting process. Just a name to look out for.
Yeah. You know what, you guys? AG, I'm gonna put this out to you real quick, and Raff, I want you to be on deck, man. And just you look at the post that Dylan Raiola put out yesterday in the media. I think I'm not going to say the name. There's an outlet, again, not an outlet, actually. No, it's not an outlet. There's just somebody online put out there that he could be potentially leaving. And Raiola felt compelled to put something out there. Hey, look, I'm all in. Obviously, over the weekend, there was one that stirred up a big do on Friday with Emmett Johnson. There's going to be more and more of these that come out unfounded, without information, or posting something on pure speculation without facts backing it up. AG, put yourself, rewind a number of years back. Okay.
Yeah.
How would you think you would deal with not the 47-year-old AG?
Yeah.
And I know this is probably not fair to ask, but knowing I'm going to change it this way. Knowing what you know now, how do you think you being a nationally decorated recruit, a prize signee, how do you think that you would traverse through this craziness of NIL and portal? Hey, I just heard AG may be transferring. Hey, how would you deal with this?
Well, transferring wouldn't be a thought in my head because my mom and dad put in me, hey, if you start somewhere, you better finish. There's no quitting. So me leaving Nebraska wouldn't have been a forethought. I've been at Nebraska for all 3-4 years. So with the money side of it, it just pay me what I've earned. That's all I looked at things. I did that through my career as a pro, and it's no different for these young guys now. They just got to look at, I say, if they're looking at it like with a level mind, and not letting the money take them on a roller coaster ride, not letting a good situation or a bad situation in terms of themselves. They a quarterback, no O-line or coordinator left, kind of like the situation with the defensive side. If you look at a level mind, it's like, you know what? If I leave here, wherever I'm going, I'm restarting from zero. And I do have equity here now, at whatever school I'm at. If it's Nebraska, if it's Texas, Oklahoma, Penn State, wherever, they got to look at, I know for me, that's what I was like, man, I don't feel like, because I got to go back and start all over again. There's that, there's nothing that a coach would say that is not, I won't say they wouldn't be lying, but saying like, hey, you'll be the starter here. Okay, yeah, you probably be the starter, but you still got to play. You still got to show what you're worth now, basically. That's got to happen. So There is nothing that if I was on the squad we was on and we had all NIL transfer portal, there's nothing that will get me, because I'm like, look, I already got a national title after my freshman year. What else? I want more. Which we did. We earned it a couple years later, but I was in a good situation at that time, and there was nothing much more than it just be a learning lesson for me understanding NIL and transfer portal at that. For me being a young buck in today's time and age.
Raff, AG brought up a key word that I want you to expound on. AG said equity. If you know what the word equity, most of you know what the word equity is. I mean, you've got some skin in the game. You've got some time and resources invested in that spot. If it's a home, you've got some equity into it. If you made some upgrades to the home, the price of the home goes up, and you have more equity in the home.
Yep.
Raff, what equity do you see? And what AG said is spot on. But do you see that being a thing of the past where guys look at the equity they have on a collegiate campus and say, you know what, I just want to go buy a new house and screw the equity I got in this one. I just want to go buy a new house. Do you see that's why it was a breath of fresh air of the young man from Missouri, the receiver. Luther. He made that comment. He goes, Coach, just pay me what you're worth. His AG said the same thing. Yeah. Do you think is that an outlier comment though?
Yeah.
The equity? Do you think these guys even care about equity anymore? No. Or say, I just want the bigger, better, faster house, a car, or the bigger house?
Go to the money.
They may not even know what equity means, to be honest. Nobody's really maybe defined that for them. Because I didn't learn about equity till I got into the NFL, to be honest.
Well, say you're playing and you're making, say, $50,000 here in Nebraska, and you have a school come and be like, hey, we're going to give you $200,000 to come to K-State, for instance. I mean, you've got to take the $200,000. I would think.
You don't have to, but
you gotta look at this whole thing, right?
What's the cost of that $200,000?
You gotta look at this. It's your
point.
Yeah.
This is a merger going on for all college football athletes. This is a merger. You're like AD just said, you're buying a house. If you're in a house that you've been in for 2 or 3 years, if not, or at least a year, you have now equity in that home.
Right.
That equity is worth something.
Mm-hmm.
So that time you put in with that one team, that equity is all that time and effort, that studying, the plays, the wins, the losses, the ups, the downs. Now that is in a teammate. It's in a coach that believes in you. That is a teammates that believe in you. A school that believes in you.
Equity. That's right.
That's equity for a football player today.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like you said, AD, we playing hypotheticals here. 1996, Ahman. I got all the equity in the world. I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to continue to grow my equity because we just won a national title.
Absolutely.
Not saying, so that's a different time, right? So different situation. Okay, we just got to a bowl game. This is the equity for Nebraska athletes right now. Football. We're going to the Pinstripe Bowl. Equity. Last year we were 1 game away. We were 3 games away where we could have won. We didn't. Now we're sitting at home. Now we're at a bowl game. Yes, it took a year, but that's now equity earned with our coaches, with our teammates. More importantly, like I said, more important, the guys next to them in that locker room, because now unfortunately, the coaches are in and out right now. So
AG, this is kind of a setup question, but what went into your decision to go pro after your junior year?
Because I at that time was ill-advised. Like I thought the information I was getting was legit. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said this in the show.
Primarily, it's going to be for the money, correct?
What's that? Yeah, because I was told, I thought it was a viable information that I will be drafted late first round, early second round. I didn't know at that time that information was false.
Yeah.
Today's information is way more truer, and I say 95% more true for the athletes today coming out of high school or coming out of high school or coming out of college to say, hey, their draft status is this. It's way better. It was basically an agent trying to get me to sign with them type of scenario. And it worked because I didn't have the guidance. We didn't have nobody. I say me and my family didn't have nobody that had been up in that level. We didn't have nobody that was a pro athlete in the family. We didn't know no pro athletes. So that was it was misleading to hear that. So that's why that happened to me.
Yeah.
Basically.
But primarily though it was for the money, to give your family a better future and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was for that. That'd be but if
like you had that equity, there's probably a good possibility you would come into that 98 season, probably the number one Heisman person, another chance to win another national championship. Yep. So that's where I look back now in today's world. We talk about the equity. So you've got these players that might have a chance to, maybe win a national championship, but then you have a school like Tennessee or Michigan coming and be like, well, here's 10.5 million, but maybe you're only making, $1 million in Nebraska. I mean, you almost got to go to where, I mean, it's a sad state of college football, honestly. I mean, I don't
have to go. You just got to make the right decision. If you have the right information and in your mind, you feel this is it for you, then make it.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot more me wanting to stay in Lincoln than once I heard that. And I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If I go late first round, that's not bad. Early second round, that's a better situation than I was as a sophomore and a junior in college. And I have a national title. And I've accomplished things I wanted to accomplish, and I knew I'm going to get my degree. Those are pretty much all the factors. I just became a dad, so I had those factors weighing, on my mind, and that's what made me make that decision. But if I would have known that I was going to go where I went, like, oh yeah, you're going probably third round, late fourth round. You know what? I'm staying in Lincoln. It's not worth my time, to go to the league. Yeah, and especially it's all true. In fact, once I got there, I was like, "What the hell is going on here?"
I'm coming home.
Can't do that now. I couldn't turn back then. I already signed on the dotted line, so it is what it is. I had to be a pro then. So
Jeremy the Grill Master says, while the NIL deals need to carry a 2 to 3 year commitment before they can transfer, Trolls can make up a story.
I would love that addition, like a guideline that could be added in, at least a 2-year commitment.
Absolutely,
because like I said, these kids are resetting, and then you got to think about their school side of it. It's like, man, like, are their credits going to transfer? I had credits. Thank God that when I went pro, that I could transfer some of my credits from the college that I went to in Seattle. I went to a community college to get some of my credits there. I got traded to Green Bay, and then I went to University of Green Bay, Wisconsin, there. And thank God those credits transfer. So it's not just a team change. You're like looking at your books, like what you'll be able to graduate with your major and all that stuff. There's a whole different little things underlying that you don't see unless you are the player.
Folks, we'll be right back. Old Dad 34, you're right, and I will ruin college sports unless it gets rained in somehow, and it absolutely must. We'll discuss that more when we come back. It's The Drive. It's Tuesday, 937 The Ticket.
Slay the holidays this year with a gift that'll really get them going. One that's built to win, like the new Honda CRF-R Motocrosser. One that's built for fun, like a Honda Mini Moto. Or one for each member of the family, like a Honda CRF Trail Bike. At Rod's Power Sports, you'll find the motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side they'll love. During the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, you can slay the streets in style with a Grom Mini Moto, slay the trails with the CRF 50F, or pile into a Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew that can carry 6 elves over the fields and through the woods all year long. This year, don't just give any gift. Give the gift of outdoor adventure with a ride they'll never forget. Don't miss out. Head to Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln, Nebraska during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. It's your chance to slay the holidays and your gift list. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program and safety details.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Boyk Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Boyk Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at BoykFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? That feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11th, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios on O Street. Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in December. Try one of their delicious breakfast sandwiches or grilled breakfast burritos. Don't forget to snag a gift card for stocking stuffers and bring your family in from out of town. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the holiday sales event is now underway with unbelievably low interest rates and huge discounts on both our new and pre-owned inventory. Right now, we're offering 0% interest rates or $13,000 off select new models. These are the absolute biggest discounts of the year. You heard right, 0% interest rates or $13,000 off select new models. So please stop on in or check us out online at CoppelCars.com. All deals with approved credit, must trade, and Costco.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
The holiday season is here, and Sartor Heyman is making your shopping easy. Shop our wide selection of necklaces, earrings, or bracelets to our amazing line of watches. Looking for something truly unique? Consider our estate jewelry, or even build your own custom handcrafted piece with our in-house designers. The perfect gift at the perfect price. Christmas memories start with family and Sartor Heyman.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through December 15th, enjoy thick-cut Iowa pork chops for $1.99 per pound. Boneless beef crock-pot roast for $4.99 per pound. Plus, they're now taking orders for prime rib, filet mignon, and other holiday items. And don't forget the $50 holiday box now through Christmas. Always a great gift. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Be sure to check out the top-selling Recomp. Recomp helps build lean muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Recomp is ideal for men and women of all ages trying to look their best. Recomp can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Nebraska's Christmas Light Show is back and bigger than ever. The Magical Lights of Lincoln Christmas Show runs from Black Friday through New Year's Eve at Sandhills Global Event Center. Bring the family for a show they'll never forget, featuring over 1.5 million lights. Cost is $25 per vehicle from Monday through Thursday, $30 on Friday and Saturday, and also $30 on Christmas Eve and Day. Purchase your tickets online today at ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com and get ready to experience a drive-through light show like you've never seen before.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, talking all things Nebraska football, college football, NFL football. We talk about it all. Text in, we'll talk about anything you want.
Well, Matt Rule does have a video presser today at 10 a.m.
Whole game.
That'll be on. I'm sure he's going to be discussing that. Troy Dan, and I believe Athletic Director Troy Dan will be on that as well. David from Renew, what's up, my brother? He goes, if you want college football to be what it was, they need a salary cap on positions so it's an even playing field. Players get paid and things go back the same.
It's going to get there.
The process of them getting into 105 in the NCAA versus college football, if you would, the House court case that's going on right now. That was one of the things. We want to trim it down to 105 so that you can build equality.
I think that'll help a lot.
I think it'll help a lot. The thing I don't like a part of that deal, and I can't understand why the teams agreed to that, was the 105 cutting the rosters the way they did. But however, I understand in principle why, because at that point, your school, you all get the same amount.
Mm-hmm.
And what
and
you
that's
do,
NFL. The NFL
exactly, AG. The collective bargaining piece of it's like, you know what?
Yeah.
You get this amount. However you distribute, that's totally up to you. But this is how much you get.
Yeah, every NFL team, their training camp has to do that. Yeah.
So just the player wise, right?
Exactly. Do you guys think that changes the landscape as we know it? Because Raff, if NAG and Rico, if they can still, the part I didn't understand about the NCAA earlier this year is when they gave them unlimited transfers without penalty.
That one's a little weird.
I didn't understand that one.
Yeah.
Guys.
Who's without penalty? Who's without penalty? Who's without penalty?
You can
players.
You can play right away. You used to have to sit out a year.
Yeah. Okay. The player side of it.
It's kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this, because you have it on one side. The coaches are able to do that regardless. Yep. They could coach 1 year. If a better opportunity comes up, they can go. There's no penalty.
They can bounce and get paid at the same time.
They're going to get their money, whatever. But as a player, you have to sit out a year. And I get it. There's still the education part of it. Like, you're still a student athlete. But at times like this, that student part seems like it's been taking a back seat for quite some time now. It doesn't seem like that student part is very important to any of these regardless of how, and look, I don't want to speak for all of the coaches, but a lot of these coaches, regardless of how they say, our first thing is getting these guys a good education, doing this, doing that. But at the same time, like, you want to win football games because that's how you keep your job. That's how you get your livelihood. Yeah. So, maybe and look, I'm not saying that this is happening at all, but maybe if a kid, is struggling in a class and he just can't figure out how to get it done and he's one of your best players, maybe some things need to be done and you need to talk to some people and something needs to happen. And maybe that kid gets a little bit of a higher grade in that class just because you need to win some football games to bring in more money for your football team, for that player, for yourself. So the student part of it seems like it's been taking a back seat, but the athlete part of it, being able to transfer without penalty, makes sense in that aspect. But it is kind of tearing apart the college football that people know and love. Now, I'm fine with it. It doesn't matter to me as long as you can still, play the game and if you're still worried about it, get your education wherever you're going. Go ahead, do what you're going to do. If the coaches are able to do it, I think the players should be able to do it and make that money. My problem is that NIL, how it was made specifically and how it's supposed to be working, is not how it's working right now.
Imagine how far we've came, though. Back in the day, somebody would transfer. All right, you can't transfer anywhere in the Big 12. You can't transfer to this team, this team, this team, this team, or that team, or that team.
Yeah.
And now
it's like, all right, go ahead.
Now
you had guys going to community colleges and junior colleges then.
Wild world.
You guys, let me ask you this. Again, Agent, enlighten me on this.
Amen.
Does education really matter anymore to the powers that be?
To the powers that be? Who's the powers?
The conferences? The NCAA?
Oh,
Does education really, when you really think about it, does education really matter? When you have a super conferences that we've developed so far, and they keep continuing to emerge, UCLA going to play Rutgers on a Wednesday night for a bowling match or a volleyball game. Does education really matter? I'm just asking, is it really the cornerstone of college athletics anymore?
What'd the one guy say? We go to college to play football.
I'm asking you. Next time, let me know. Is education the driving force anymore in college athletics?
No, if you say it is, how are you allowing?
It's not the main.
How are you allowing Stanford and Cal to be part of the Atlantic Coast Conference? How are you allowing them to have to travel to a Boston college during the school week and have to, go for 4 or 5 days on a road trip at a time, and then those student athletes are going to have to, take all of their classes online, and they're going to have to do everything while on top of getting ready to play in whatever game they have to play in. I understand that it's happened, that it happens before, and when they were in the Pac-12, but those are much shorter distances that they need to travel. They're gone for a few days at most. But now you're telling me that Stanford or Cal or Boston College, if they go to a California road trip, they're gone for like a week. They're missing classes unless they're going online. And are you really going to tell me that they're going to go online in their hotels and be like, oh, no, I can't, if they're going to go, tour the town. Oh, no, I can't go with you guys. I got class.
Rico, great points. AG, they say education is why you go. And Big B says, I'll answer that. No, it's not money. Money has become the driver. Education might be what you get. Education might be what you get in the long run. AG, when they say education, but all of their actions are anti-education in principle and practice, and as far as what they're doing, what Rico just elaborated on, what's the message that the NCAA has even sent to kids now, man?
It's sending it is a distorted message. I'm gonna agree with that, but it's still on that part is on the player. Regardless, it wasn't all cookies and cream when I was when we were in college. But I knew I was there in college for two things: play football and get my degree. So it's on the player's shoulders to understand that part of it. You could cut it any which way. You could put all the millions of dollars in front of a player's face, but it's still up. If that player is really determined to get their degree, they'll get their degree in whatever it is in. And does that say that the education is priority number one? No. For NCAA, no. But for the player, he or she better have their priorities together, because if their grades ain't right, they ain't making those trips.
Wait, let me ask you this, because everything
is that simple.
You're spot on with the self initiative, taking personal responsibility and ownership, if you would. However, AG, let's look at it this way. Let's say you're coming from a home to where education was not a priority. You're coming from, when I used to work for Upward Bound, University of Nebraska years ago, I worked with first generation low-income kids whose parents, neither one, many times had never even completed high school, let alone college, didn't understand the ins and outs of the collegiate process, signing up for school, registering, etc. Hence why we existed. First generation low income. So AG, let's say you have a kid that's first generation low income, and all of a sudden they're exposed to, $500,000. Let's take that back. They're exposed to $50,000, more money they could possibly imagine at that point. Doesn't the NCAA, doesn't that institute, who does the onus come down on to protect that kid from themselves? Because don't we have to protect them from themselves at
Athletic
times?
Athletic department got to take that weight. They got to have people in place to teach the players financial literacy. They got to have people in place for how to deal with a slew of money coming in. They're going to have the people. Ohio State did it. They have a financial arm for their department, just like everybody has a general manager now.
Yeah. It's basic finance class.
We're talking about salary cap and stuff, which it needs to be. I agree with that. But the school has to focus, not get caught up in the up and down of the money coming in, but pay attention. Okay, yeah, the money's coming in. All right, you know what? Let's do this at the same time. Let's bring in some financial. Let's bring some CPAs in so we can teach these kids about taxes and stocks and bonds and how to put your money in a bank account that could collect interest, anything like that. Because if you're not, you're then losing that athlete too in another way. You're not helping that athlete get better. You're hurting them. You're crippling them.
And we always talk about too, when players go to the NFL, they have that week class where they A lot
That
of the
symposium.
go out to the symposium and learn about sports agents, Well, right now in the college football, you've got a lot of people out there that are basically looking at these players as prey. Like,
a lot of
again,
snakes.
people want to make money off these kids, and you've
That's the
heard
problem.
the stories about it. And it's like, I don't think that I think we're lucky at Nebraska because I feel like they go above and beyond to properly educate these kids, on taxes and sports agents and stuff like that. But there's a lot of people out there that are making a lot of money off these players. Because at the end of the day, the NCAA and sports agents are about themselves, and don't ever think that they're about the player, because they're not. They're about themselves and the money.
When we come back to the break, I got a quick thing because Coach Norvell had a good point about the NIL and just fiscal responsibility on these athletes, a number of snake oil salesmen that are out there as well. Folks, this is huge. Unknown texter 1569. I'm going to get yours as well because you got some great points on here. We'll get that in the last segment. Raff, take us a break, my man.
All right, it's The Drive, 93.7, The Ticket.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Slay the holidays this year with a gift that'll really get them going. One that's built to win, like the new Honda CRF-R motocrosser. One that's built for fun, like a Honda Mini Moto. Or one for each member of the family, like a Honda CRF trail bike. At Rod's Power Sports, you'll find the motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side they'll love. During the Honda Gifts That Go sales event, you can slay the streets in style with a Grom Mini Moto, slay the trails with the CRF 50F, or pile into a Pioneer 1006 Deluxe Crew that can carry 6 elves over the fields and through the woods all year long. This year, don't just give any gift. Give the gift of outdoor adventure with a ride they'll never forget. Don't miss out. Head to Rod's Power Sports in Lincoln, Nebraska during the Honda Gifts That Go sales event. It's your chance to slay the holidays and your gift list. Dealer participation may vary. See dealer for complete program and safety details.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in December. Try one of their delicious breakfast sandwiches or grilled breakfast burritos. Don't forget to snag a gift card for stocking stuffers and bring your family in from out of town. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall, Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Nebraska's Christmas Light Show is back and bigger than ever. The Magical Lights of Lincoln Christmas Show runs from Black Friday through New Year's Eve at Sandhills Global Event Center. Bring the family for a show they'll never forget, featuring over 1.5 million lights. Cost is $25 per vehicle from Monday through Thursday, $30 on Friday and Saturday, and also $30 on Christmas Eve and Day. Purchase your tickets online today at ChristmasLightsInLincoln.com and get ready to experience a drive-through light show like you've never seen before.
Dreaming of a green Christmas this year? Make it a reality with Acres. We're offering 0% for 60 months financing on most new John Deere compact tractors, Gator UTVs, and mowers. From moving snow to landscaping the perfect yard, John Deere equipment turns chores into child's play. Visit your local Acres store to start shopping today. Act now. These incentives expire December 31st, 2024. Financing programs approved credit with John Deere Financial. Some restrictions may apply.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Make Hog Wild the centerpiece of your holiday meal. Pre-order a 4-pound boneless ham for $50, a 12-pound whole smoked turkey, or a 4-pound turkey breast for $55. A complete meal includes your choice of a whole turkey or turkey breast, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, green beans or corn, and a dozen rolls for $130. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com soon. Quantities are limited. All weights are approximate before cooking. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
If you're sick of catering from the same places every month, it's time to switch things up. Mulberry Barbecue is perfect for business lunches and dinners, family gatherings, holiday parties, wedding receptions, rehearsal dinners, and so much more. Delivery and full-service options are available, and they can cater for anything from 10 people to 500 people. Call them at 402-937-7114 to look at their menu options and get your catering booked today. Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody. We're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. AD, Raff, AG. We're still here. We're not in the portal.
That was funny. To be honest, that was a good one, right?
Thank you.
Unknown texter 1569. Education has never been the focal point. A lot of these athletes will not be accepted to this school with their high school GPAs. They have to meet a certain requirement, but if it was based just on their academic performance, they would not be sought after. They used to allow kids with a terrible GPA to come and become academic eligible over a course of a year before they could play. And unknown texter, you're exactly right, was called Prop 48. They had to sit out and get their academic house in order. Financial education should be taught in high school before they get to college. I agree there could be a program for these athletes doing a large sum of money, but general financial education should happen at a high school level, and it's just not these days. It definitely isn't. Appreciate that. Insightful dude. I want to make sure I screen this first. Okay, guy. I got to be careful just to make sure I don't say anything I shouldn't say on air.
Ron Burgundy.
We need to do away with NIL collectives and move all NIL to the athletic departments. The school has a team with the athletic department that handles all NIL and helps these kids with learning how to manage their newfound financial success. Insightful dude. Appreciate that, man.
But then all the money would be coming from the athletic department.
Exactly.
And that would be then you have the athletic department determining who
gets what and how.
Sports are more important as opposed to the NIL collective, which 100% of the proceeds that you donate are supposed to go to the athletes. So you can choose what athletes and what sports you want to donate to. Whereas with the athletic department, yeah, sure, you could donate and say, I want this to go here. But at the end of the day, the athletic department wants to also make money. So if they're like, I don't think that it should go to this sport. I think this sport needs it more because they need to bring in better recruits because they make more money.
Coach Rump, you got a good point here. I'll say it here in a second. The schools have made these decisions based on money brought in by football. The travel is not as big as a factor in football as they play once a week. Basketball has always traveled for big games. No consideration was given to minor sports. Coach Trump, you're exactly right. It was no consideration given to minor sports, but now minor sports are involved with that, so they should give consideration to what that is. My overall point with that is, don't tell me that education is the main point, the main focus anymore. It's not.
It ain't.
It's not the main focus anymore.
It's not the main focus, but it's part of the focus. You got to have the kids on the football field. You can't have a whole starting roster ineligible. So it's some focus. Trust me, I get Dennis LeBlanc sending me emails checking on grades all the time. Trust me, it's a focus.
Yeah.
It's a focus. It may not be 100% of the focus, but it is some percentage of a focus. If not, all these teams in the Power 5 schools will be all in violation. And there'll be a lot of athletes not playing, coaches being fired for sure. So, unless it's the biggest cover-up ever. So,
yeah.
Spoiler alert, Ahman.
Right.
It's the biggest cover-up ever.
Right.
like
man.
like that movie Wag the Dog.
I mean this in the most respectful way possible. You think every single one of those athletes is eligible?
No.
No.
I agree with that. But the sale, like I said,
yeah, that's always been going
then
on.
a lot of people need to be under investigation.
Yeah.
Just say that. I mean, it's facts.
Yeah, it's. I tell you what, it doesn't leave us a lack of content to discuss.
When's the last time you heard of a player being suspended because of academic issues?
Well, you will hear conduct detrimental to the team. Yeah. So maybe it is academic standards. But to your point, to be explained that black and white, I have not heard that mentioned like that in a long time.
It's been in a while.
AG, I'm gonna do this real quick. I want if you give me a quick 45 to 60 second breakdown. How important was it for you to have that rookie symposium over financials, and should they be doing that even more aggressively at the collegiate level now with the inception of NIL?
Yes, 100%. They should be doing it more aggressively at the college level and at the high school level. I think one of our listeners said that. I agree with that because of what's going on. What now the face is of college football and high school sports. I mean, in some states they got NIL down to the little league.
Exactly.
So this is keep it real. But what was the second half of that question? AD?
Well, you basically answered both right there. You basically answered both of them, man.
Well, give me say the second one part of it again. Make sure
the importance of these kids understand at the collegiate level as well.
No. I mean, it got, like I said, they got the families involved, the kids too. They got to understand. Look, this is all a package deal. You get everything as long as your grades are there. If you don't have grades that are on point, or if you're not performing at the right level, high level to get you what you're getting now, you're gonna lose. That's the hard bones of this. It's real easy. Hey, you play well, you get paid well, and you have good grades, you're eligible. If you're academic All-American, that's even better. Just you got to put those out there. Say this is the playing field. Just like you play baseball, you got to hit the ball hit the bat with the ball, get to the bases. But if you don't do that, then you're striking out, or you can't run very fast or what have you. Just like you explain that to a baseball player. You got to let the athletes know, hey, you come to this school, you go to any school, you go on scholarship. You have a scholarship. Why? Because you have passing grades. You're above a 3.0. If you don't have above a 3.0, you're going to potentially use your scholarship. So that means you do have to work on some level. Work with the teachers that you're with, because what I have for me being a professor on campus, where I get the students sending me their travel plan that are student athletes. And then I can work with them to a point to say, hey, get this to me by this date since you're traveling, since, it might be a different date than from the rest of the class. That may happen, but you have to turn it in. If I'm going to mark you're going to lose credit, or you may not get credit. So it's up to that player and then the advisor, somebody like a Dennis LeBlanc on every campus, to make sure that students is in compliance to every class.
Here's a quick thing. How will schools distribute revenue? Talking about revenue, I'll read this real fast. It's the discretion of each school. There are no constraints on the distribution of revenue. It's very important. Title IX, though, is not addressed in the settlement terms. It applies. Title IX is a federal law that requires, in case you don't know, educational institutions to provide equal opportunities for women and men athletes. It's why many schools offer similar or same amount of women's scholarships as men's scholarships. In a revenue sharing model, how does the Title IX apply? Well, schools that reach that, let's say that 22 million cap required to share 11 million of that money with women athletes. And again, they say it depends on who you ask. That's why it's so shoddy right now. In a previous interview, NCAA President Charlie Baker, who just makes me scratch my head at times, contended that Title IX only applies to opportunities and not monetary compensation, suggesting that more revenue could be shared with athletes who generate most of it, i.e. football, men's basketball players. But the Department of Education hasn't weighed on the issue. Well, and that Department of Education may not be in existence.
Yeah, Department of Education
as far as that goes.
So we'll see how this works.
Exactly. So there's so many things. So it says right now, Title IX is the most pressing issue entire settlement. Most administrators say, because they don't know what to do. They don't know what's going to be said because there's so many unforeseens.
Do the right thing. What you mean don't know what to do? Do the right thing. Be in compliance.
So it's
not hard.
You know what, AG? And that's different with everybody you ask.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I know I'm not wrong, but yeah, if you then put your school in non-compliance, and then let me see how you're going to compete in your sports, because everybody's on watch.
Yeah.
Why would you, like, if I'm an AD or if I'm whoever that person is that makes the decision with the money, Why would I want to put my school in non-compliance?
Okay.
Why would I want to put my school in non-compliance? I'm not going to do that because I could lose my job.
Absolutely.
And then make it detrimental for everybody that's on the athletic staff. Football, baseball, basketball, volleyball, swimming, bowling. Everybody has an issue because of the group of people that's not managing the finances right. So keep your school in compliance. It's that simple.
Yeah.
You know, it should be no gray area, no clouded area in this.
We'll close it out quick.
Okay.
We'll close it out quick. We're going to close this out quick, folks. We got a lot to discuss tomorrow as well on this because there's a lot.
We passed the hour. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. 80 Attitude Adjustment is sponsored by the Body Lab. We're going to do the RGT at the same time, man. Extend about it. Give us.
You got time.
Yep. It's sponsored by the Body Lab. The Body Lab, located at 14th and Yankee Hill, offers everything from physical therapy, trigger point dry needling, which I desperately need, a cold plunge tub, and infrared sauna. Learn more and schedule your appointment with Rachel and her team today online, thebodylab.com, or visit them at 14th and Yankee Hill in Lincoln. Folks, 3 years ago yesterday, I didn't want to talk about it yesterday because I was not in the mindset to talk about it on the air yesterday. But 3 years ago yesterday was 3 years ago that we laid my father to rest. A lot of reflection on yesterday, thinking, man, it has gone by fast. To think that was the hardest talk I ever gave was speaking at my dad's funeral, my idol, my hero, etc. This 80 Attitude Adjustment is very simple. Call your parents if you can. I know sometimes there's strained relationships, etc. Grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, or that person you've been meaning to call. Pick up the phone and call them. Raff, go ahead, man.
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to a fellow Lincoln Southeast Knight Hall of Famer and AG's former running backs coach, Frank Solich. Will be inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame tonight. Congratulations, Coach Solich.
Big congrats.
Very awesome. And you are Raff's Good Take.
AG, any last words, my man?
No, man. Just say, hey, just take care of your business. If you when dealing with what we're talking about, it's simple. You know, don't make no dumb decisions. It's not that hard.
We're going to discuss more of this tomorrow. Raff, take us home, my man.
All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Be nice to each other. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
AG, let me see you on Fortnite later.
Cool. No problemo.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful, with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting book. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
If you're sick of catering from the same places every month, it's time to switch things up. Mulberry Barbecue is perfect